This is like my third attempt at making this video. It's getting late at night. I'm just wondering if there's anybody out there, like anybody really, really out there. Some of the thoughts I'm having are like, what is the human default setting? Like you meditate, you get centered, you find yourself. Is that really true? It's such a wild, wild picture. And the only thing that, well, my channel is trying to share this information that I came to learn. Like everybody that's kind of woken up, they found a truth, and it's like, as soon as you know the truth, you gotta tell people. And I'm no different. The only thing is that I'm seeing a lot of people that are saying, this is what's wrong, oh my God, fear, fear, fear. And you're not really getting the truth. Because the truth is going to hit you like a domino effect. As soon as you find out one truth, and you're shocked, you got to scream. You got to get help. People got to hear what you see is the problem. And just because things are speeding up right now, you're going to get shocked again. And then you're going to get shocked again. And then shocked again. And it's like, if you could get right to the default setting of what it is to be a human, then you can skip all those shocks and just sort of like, okay, here's the deal. Try to wrap your head around this one, because you ain't going to believe this one. This is the biggest lie known to man. And, every single thing, everything you know is wrong. So, basically, my channel, technically, I'm calling you all a liar. Every one of you are lying. And I did a video a long time ago, why I hate every human on the planet. And it's because you don't see the same picture as me. Kind of makes a person angry. I may look normal and talk kind of comfortable to some people, but it took an awful lot of work to be able to speak to you people, because you people really piss me off. Because I've seen everything that was going on since I was a kid. And, abused when I was 3. Kind of understood what was going on there, A lot of people go, if you dare find out, well, why would you do this? Who did this to me? Why did you do this to me? I mean, then it gets perceived as somebody's looking for the blame game. There's always somebody to blame. And it's like, well, if you beat the crap out of me, shouldn't there be somebody to blame? Shouldn't there be, and shouldn't that have an effect on a child if you beat the crap out of them? And it depends on, if you find the reason why somebody's beating the crap out of you, then it keeps you centered. It keeps you knowing truth. You understand exactly what's going on. You know it's wrong. You know nobody's listening to you. But at least you know who you are. And that's what's kept my sanity for some odd reason. They say there's crystal, indigos. Well, I fit into that category, and I'm 51 years old. So I've had a ton of experience. So if we're going to talk about truth, in order for me to communicate in any way that you can comprehend anything I'm saying, I can't come across as though, oh, I'm crazy. I have to communicate in a language that you people understand. And turns out, because if you're an observer of, humanity, not that I'm anybody special, because everybody knows this. Nobody's disagreeing with me. Okay, like, before we go on any further in this video, there's like 800 and some videos. I've said at the beginning, the whole purpose of this is for me to practice my communication skills, because trust me, you guys piss me off. I mean, when you beat the crap out of me, and I'm saying yes, my parents, oh yes, my husband, oh, down the line. And my favorites are, religion. And excuse me, I've walked into every one of your churches looking for help, and you're all fucking bullshitters. There's lies within lies within lies everywhere, and nobody sees it. But if you go out in life, even from the age of 3 years old, and you say, why are you doing this? People will tell you why. And it's understandable. Like, I can understand why they're doing the things they're doing. It's frustrating when people don't want to listen to actually make a shift in your behaviors so you're not so cruel. My favorites are the police when you need them, the media saying, there's police out there, we don't know why women don't leave abusive homes. There's, so many agencies, so many places, women's shelters, and, medical. There's so many things out there to help a victim. Bullshit. There's just a lot of people making a lot of money claiming to be doing something that works, but I don't see it working. Didn't work for me. And everybody in those women's shelters, I could see that for the majority, it didn't work for them either. So there's the justice system. I've gone to every church looking for help. They were all full of shit too. Medical, if I wanted to get even worse, go see a doctor. You want to go see a psychologist, psychologist, counselor, any level there. If you really understand the game they play, because frankly, I've used them a lot, and when you see the game, you know what they're doing, and when they see what they're doing, they're kind of like, well, okay, there's nothing wrong with you, why are you here? And it only takes maybe 2 conversations, and that's where I've been at with every freaking doctor that I've ever seen, that is like, well, how come I'm making more sense than the doctors make? And they know it. They know damn well. So I come with information that nobody's disagreeing with anything I'm saying. And if they can't comprehend what I'm saying, they say that this stuff is just theory. But I've had to, okay, how do I speak in the language that humanity can understand? How can I prove the truth that's going on? And you talk in science and math, statistics. As soon as you know the whole believes the truth that's spread through media, one way or another, how you receive information as to how the whole thinks is how you end up believing. So, if I come up with a proof of, hey, I did this little experiment, this is what we proved, so this is now truth, And then we put this in our education systems, and we tend to believe that what's in these books are true. We have history, where how can one guy say what happened? I mean, you can read any book, but there's a hell of a lot more going on other than a boat going down a river in history, or or a couple guys battling. Like, there was stuff always going on in history that's not written about. History books are one guy's friggin' story, that, maybe the group understood, but there was always more than one version of the story. I mean, I can go and have a dinner with 10 people, and after dinner, if we were all interviewed separately, all 10 of us would have a totally different story of the exact events that happened at that dinner. There won't be any two stories the same. You can play a game of telephone. When I was a kid, you could, give a message to one kid, that same message is supposed to be spread all the way down to the last person, and it'll be a completely different phrase than what was started. So our stories are just stories. They're not really real. So there's truths within truth, and there is a default. What you're trying to do when you meditate is get rid of all of the chaos that's going on in your life. And basically what you really want to do is get rid of all of your belief systems. Start off with, okay, I don't believe nothing right now. Like, just every time you meditate, every time you breathe, just everything I believe is false. I'm not going to believe anything unless I absolutely know for a fact it works for me. And not me, I'm saying for you. Don't believe anything until you see it works for you. So this is so hard to, like, okay, where do I begin? Healthcare. If you understand the healthcare lie, then you will understand the education lie, the legal lie, justice, government, economics, religion. Every single lie you'll understand perfectly. Nobody could ever fool you anymore. You'll just know the truth about everything if you understand the healthcare lie. And this is a real beauty, and it's really, really hard to wrap your brain around, but it's just a conversation. That's all it is. It's just a conversation. And yeah, I could be wrong, but just listen to an entertaining story. And I'm going to continue on another video.